Hello. So this video is going to be also like a recap for the month of February. If you've watched my other videos, I did the same thing for January, and this is inspired by Dakota Warren's and Carissa Love's videos, and yeah, I just wanted to mention that. On January, I watched like a lot of films, so I just had to like briefly touch on them, but I think I have opportunity to talk a bit more about each film this time. But anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let's start first with um, my musical obsession of this month. I didn't mention this for January. I only like wrote that on the beginning of the video. But yeah, my musical obsession for this month was the song The Great Curve by the Talking Heads. I love that song. That song is insanely amazing. It's beautiful. There's so much to it. There's so many layers like of sound. The lyrics are confusing actually. But I like it a lot. It reminds me a lot of the story of Salome. It's something like she's dancing so beautifully that a king is infatuated to her dance. So he's like, I'll do anything you ask me to do, and she asks for someone's head and he gives her the head of that person. It goes something like that, and the song reminds me a lot about it because the song is about like the voice and the song is like saying that they're watching a woman dancing and she's moving the world through her dance. And a lot of people interpret it as like talking about a goddess or about like nature as a woman. But I like to think that it's just a random woman because I think it's really nice and really cute, I guess, to think that like the power to like move the world through your dancing is like in every woman. Like every woman has the potential to be a goddess, I guess. But beyond the meaning of the lyrics, the music on its own is crazy. Like it's so good. There are many voices, like many different colors of sound coming together, and it's just so beautiful. And so many human voices too. Like there's so many vocals on it, so many layers, and they are all doing their own thing. So it's really gorgeous because like they are all doing their own thing, but at times they come together like doing the same thing, and so it creates like this beautiful harmony, and I don't know, it's just gorgeous. And now moving on to books. I only read one book this month, but just don't judge me, okay? I do a lot of stuff. I go to college and I have a job, and the book was Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is a classic. Everybody knows this book. This is a great book. This is gothic. This does feel very gothic. And yeah, it's considered gothic literature. So if you're into that, it's great. But it's like I feel like a lot of people call it a romance, but it's not really a romance. It's more like a story of haunting. Yeah, but it's like haunting, but like being haunted by a past love. Should you read it? I feel like yes. Even if you're not into like this type of literature or this type of stories, why not read the classic? And this is a classic, a very famous one. So why wouldn't you read it? I definitely recommend it. And personally, I give this like a 4 out of 5 stars. It is a good book. It is entertaining. And like I said, that was the only book I read during this month. So now I'm going for the movies. Yes. On like the second day of March, I think we had the Oscars, and I don't usually watch the Oscars because I feel like I don't care too much. I think I'm happy with the results, honestly. I really wanted Maki Marison to win. But I really liked her performance, and I mentioned in the January video that I really liked the film Anora, and it won so many prizes this time. So I was really happy, honestly. I like the results, and I know the Oscars in general were very controversial with the whole AI thing, but I honestly don't know much about that. I don't know a lot about AI and like what's going on. I don't want to be like just very pessimistic about it because I try to be really open to new technologies and just innovation in general. Was it right for him to win an Oscar using AI? I'm not sure. I really don't want to say something definitive about it because, like I said, I don't fully understand it, and I feel like getting upset about it would be wrong for me to do. But yeah, very controversial. The most controversial thing for me was Emilia Perez, of course. I hated that. I hated that it received prizes. I do feel like maybe Zoe Saldana, maybe her performance was like the best thing about that movie. Everything I've seen from that movie, I've hated it. And I'm not upset that she herself won an Oscar. But I do feel upset that the Oscars consider Emilia Perez in general for any of the prizes, because the movie the movie is not Oscar material. I feel it feels like they are like rubbing it in your face, like we don't care about you. We don't care about trans people and we don't care about Hispanic people. That's what it feels like. Okay, and so moving on to the movies. The first movie that I watched this month was Interstellar. I know a lot of people love it, but I never really felt like I wanted to watch it. But it made me cry so hard. Like, this movie is really great at making you feel emotions, I guess. Emotions that maybe you don't understand, because I feel like this movie is not precisely relatable. I don't think that's ever going to happen to me. Like, even if the apocalypse did happen or something like that, I'm not gonna be in the situation the characters were in. But it made me cry so much. This movie is about a guy, but this guy has a daughter who is like the smartest kid in town. Then one day he discovers that something terrible is going to happen to the earth. So they send him to space to find a new place where humans could live. I feel like the main thesis of this movie is being a father, having someone to take care of and not being able to see them maybe. So yeah, like I said, it's really emotional, really sad, but I don't think I would like say that I would watch it again. But you should. I feel like you should watch it. So yeah, watch it or don't. And I gave this film 4 stars out of 5. And then I watched a movie that I really liked. I watched Coffee and Cigarettes, and I really love this film. I watched it at my school's library. What is this film about? It is about absolutely nothing. Nothing happens in this film. This film is just like a bunch of clips of people having coffee and cigarettes, and they are talking, and they are always mentioned at some points, coffee and cigarettes, that's a horrible lunch, and it is funny. It's a very simple concept, I guess, but it is very entertaining. I feel it is very charming. It's such a refreshing experience. I feel I gave this 5 stars out of 5. Please check it out. And then I watched a rom-com. This was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I was so excited to watch this film because a lot of people talk about it as if it was one of like the best rom-coms ever. But yeah, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days for me was kind of disappointing. But yeah, I was so excited to watch it, and then by the end I was like, no, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like the characters, didn't feel like they were relatable, and they weren't also super likable, honestly. I mean, it's not bad and it is definitely entertaining. If you ask me, oh, should I watch this movie? Sure, if you want to watch a movie like that doesn't require a lot of your brain power, which is always really nice. It's entertaining and it is funny at times, but it is not super cool. I gave this 2 stars out of 5. Then I watched a short film which a friend recommended to me, and I absolutely loved it. This is Scorpio Rising. It's about like gay fashion bikers. But yeah, it's about some very problematic gay bikers. And they are getting ready. And like at first you're watching them get ready and it looks very like luxurious, I guess, but luxurious in like a decadent way. I really like the use of the lighting. They use colored lighting throughout of this film. I don't know, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to watch, and I always appreciate that. This has no dialogue. It's just soundtrack. It's a lot of popular music. A lot of crazy stuff happens, I guess. But I don't know, there's just something so appealing about this film. Like I said, it has the charm. It has the charm, definitely. I feel like you should watch it. Maybe watch it if you are more mature. Maybe if you are like 13, don't watch. If you are mature and if you get the vibe, definitely you are going to love it. I really love the lighting, honestly. That's so eye-catching. I was talking to a friend of mine recently about how in like more modern movies they always use like diegetic lighting, but basically like lighting that would naturally be in the place. but no, I feel like it shouldn't be like that. It's like you're making a movie, you have the opportunity to control everything about it. You could have a light coming from underneath the person, even if it doesn't make sense for a light to be underneath the person, and it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Why wouldn't you do it? And this movie takes advantage of that completely. They definitely do whatever they want, and I think it's great to watch that. Please, please, please stop making sense, because he's always gorgeous. Yeah, that's the last film I watched in February, so that's all I have to say actually. And that's all I have to say. I don't know how to finish this video. Yeah, I hope you have a very nice day, a very nice life, a very nice month, and if you watch any movie that you hated or loved, or anything you want to talk about, you can do it in the comments and I will definitely respond. I promise. Okay, I promise. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say now. And so yeah, bye 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 bye.